Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm in here just doing some editing and organizing some stuff, and this is a big portion of the mess. That is all line, that drawer's all reels, all my plastics and hard baits and stuff like that. But yeah, doing some editing and organizing, and came across some of my older videos that I'm pretty sure a lot of the newer subscribers haven't seen, so figured since the bite's slow, I'll just keep re-uploading some of my older videos and see how they turn out. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to clean this mess up. Enjoy the video. As y'all can tell, we're not in Tennessee anymore. I decided to fish somewhere else, a little different today. Hadn't been down here in probably, probably 4, 5, 6 months. But this is mill down here in North Georgia. It's about 30 minutes or so from my house. It's a 168 something years old, so very old mill. There's a lot of bass in here, panfish, crappie, gar. I've been told there's some catfish in here, but we're going to just throw around some micro baits. I got a little 6-foot light rod with me, and yeah, we're going to see how many we can snag, or how many times we can snag, and see what we can drag in. All right, starting out, we're going to throw a little 6-cents curly clobber in the bluegill pattern. I've just got a little 64th ounce head, which this was not the bait that I was originally going to throw, but I had already put everything up and got everything sorted. So yeah, that bait's a little bit big for that 64th ounce head, but we'll throw it around for a few minutes, or at least until we snag or get sick of it. That is a terrible cast. But this spot here is definitely real snaggy, and there's usually a lot of water coming over that dam, but there's a lot of water, or not water, but leaves and trash and stuff like that on the other side there that's blocking it. Ooh, I got a bite right there. So there is fish underneath this little... Oh, I may have to swap this out for a little trout magnet or 1.2 mule minnow or something like that, because, oh, I'm getting hits, but they're not really committing to it. Oh, dude, really? I was just reeling it in, and what looked like a pretty good sized little creek bass decided to come up and hit it. Like it's right here in this current too. Got it. What do we have? What do we have? I was not expecting you to be over there. Ooh. Alright, that's a perfect example of what I was talking about when I talked about these 6-cents curly clobbers. That belly section of them folds up really nicely, so these smaller panfish can get it down a little bit better. Little red breast sunfish. But yeah, this little belly section of these baits right here, it folds up, like folds out of the way whenever they bite them, so you got a lot better chance of getting them hooked up. I kind of feel cast around the backside of that grass where we were just at would be a good idea, but can't really reach it. So we're going to harass the bridge here, hopefully not sink up to our eyeballs or get bit by a snake. There's something right over there. It's too small to get that thing down. Hey, that was fun. I watched that one swoop at it. Oh, well, thought you came off there. You just got hit by my reel. I promise I'm not as mean to these fish as I've seen. Another little juvie red. You douche. Hey, we got something. What it is, what it is. And it's wrapped around a stick. Another little juvenile red. On that 6 cents curly clobber. A little bit of a belly flop. Dang, I tell y'all what. It's like 10 o'clock and 85 degrees. I will thoroughly be glad when summer is over. Curly clobber's coming off. I've missed way too many fish. And I kind of want to get this backpack off because it's freaking hot. Actually, what do I have here? We're going to replace that curly clobber. If you'll stay still, we're going to replace that little curly clobber with a mule minnow in the 1.2 flavor. Now if my hook will come back where it's supposed to be. Another thing with that little curl tail grub that was hurting me was that little tail was catching so much wind that it was killing my casting distance. I mean, I could make it about 2/3 of the way across this creek, but that's about it. And I hope I don't need pliers because I don't think I've got any in my bag. Hey, there we go. That feels pretty good. What do we have? Of course, everything feels pretty good on this little 6-foot TFO rod. You may be a little bit of a hybrid. You got the colors of a green sunfish, but the color patterns are off. You may be a red breast green sunfish hybrid or something like that, because that looks a little bit different. Not 100% sure. Hey, finally got one. It's been a minute. And it is a new species. Long-eared sunfish. I think he's got some kind of little parasite or something in his gills. I can't really tell. Long-eared sunfish are one of my favorite of the sunfish species. They're super aggressive. I think it's just a stick that's in his gills. But they're super aggressive, super territorial. Like they would rival green sunfish as far as being territorial goes. But I'm just casting right up against this bank down here and just pulling it up against the current, just jigging it. Trying to keep it off the bottom and out of snags. Now let's take this little walk through the jungles of North Georgia. Off me. That was a one of them things that has 8 legs. No. Get that crap off of me. All right. Next spot down. And I kind of need to come down here and do some like small stream catfishing someday. Like this creek ain't real deep, but it has a lot of deep little pockets and bends and stuff like that in it. And little calm pockets like this around root balls and down trees is usually a pretty good spot for channel cats and bullheads and whatnot. Ooh. Another long ear. Now we touch it so it counts. Another real pretty long ear. That one That one hit it about as hard as some of those red breasts we caught earlier. Like, these things are super aggressive fish. But yeah, this type of cord here, like jute style cord, is really good survival type stuff, and it makes a really good candle wick, and in a pinch makes a good stringer. Oh, we got a fish. I thought I snagged on something. Another long ear sunfish that is just barely hooked. Get you to where you're not going to go anywhere. Yeah, you are just barely hooked. Now, last time I fished this, like I said, was somewhere between 4 and 6 months ago, when it was not 1.5 billion degrees outside, and I was catching some good crappie out of this creek. Like, good crappie. And some good coosa bass also. But hey, I'll take whatever is willing to bite. Alright, we're down here at the very end, and I'm kind of surprised this tree right here hasn't fell, because as you can tell, there ain't much underneath that tree anymore. And I just cast it right over the top of all that crap. This looks like a good spot to kayak. I don't really know too much about this creek, and maybe it runs into the Conasauga somewhere, which is really just down the road. Oh, that was quick. What are you? Another species for the day. I had a feeling there would be something over there behind that root ball. Little bluegill. Shoot, that's a stinky little fish too. I don't know what's with these fish. Now, the last time I was up here, this whole spot right here was filled in. Now that it's drained out, and now I know how deep to fish it next time if it's up. I knew I'd get you eventually. Every time I drag my bait right along this little corner right here. Chill. This little red or something down there would hit it. I finally got you. I was going to be kind of disappointed if I walked all the way down here and that one bluegill was all I got. Hey, you finally got one. This one feels pretty nice too. Yeah, it's not as big as I thought. But it's going to be the last fish we bother with in this little section down here, because they're just not all that active. So we're going to work our way back up here in a minute. But very pretty little bluegill. Got all sorts of colors going on there. Oh, belly flop, I'm sorry. But, you know what, screw it. No fisherman has ever ended a spot on a last cast. An official last cast, that is. Oh, that one definitely feels nicer. Yeah, that's probably the biggest of the day, I'd say. Somewhere around in there. Nice little gill. What it is, let's get this dude took care of. This little small kind of point, there's a log pointing out from it, and that next little spot right above it, I don't know if it's a rock or just part of the bank, it's pointing out, and they're kind of holding in that little pocket, getting out of the current. I forgot two things when we got here. One is something to drink along this whole little walk, which sucks because, like I said, it's like 105 out this afternoon. And I'm not entirely sure that I locked my vehicle when I parked. So yeah, let's work our way back up and hit a few spots on the way. Save the planet. It's the only one with cornbread. You know, I'm not going to lie with that one, or I'm not going to disagree with that one. I like me some cornbread, especially honey cornbread. I think it's the Krusty's brand or whatever. Really good stuff. And a little bit of jalapeno every so often in my cornbread. It's not a bad little addition. And I just recently found out about half a jar of Cheez-It or Cheez Whiz or whatever the dip stuff is mixed in your cornbread. Awesome. Can't really taste the cheese, but gives it a creamier texture. Alright, well, I kind of forgot to do an outro when we left. Oh well. Not a bad little trip. It's, like I said, 4, 5, 6, whatever months since I've been down there. Caught quite a few fish and lost 2 fish. One, I think, was a little largemouth, and the other, it was either a smallmouth bass or a juvenile Coosa bass. They look very, very, very similar. But I mean, we caught a handful of fish. That's all that matters. Anyway, I'll leave links in the descriptions to the gear and all that we used. Definitely check out the link at the very top. That's my affiliate link. Yeah, check that one out for sure. But anyway, something a little bit different than the smallmouth pickup in the mountains. So hope you like the video.